from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he opts to bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
There we go. Halfway through, only one win. I did upset the Chiefs. Maybe I could pull another one against these Niners.
Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been battering, but it didn't need to be.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Garoppolo to Ayuk, first down 49ers.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
There's Garoppolo on first and 10. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsay. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Lindsay.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
On first and 10, it's Lindsay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Lindsey. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Is good. Makes the score Niners 3, Broncos nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The former Missouri Tiger Drew Lock will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 13 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
On 2nd and 9, Locke eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Gordon on 1st down and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now to the air. Lock. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
35-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, Lindsay. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit it.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Locke. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Locke.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Samuel bringing in the slant. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. There's Garoppolo to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Garoppolo now. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
To throw again. Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Throwing on first down is Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's got this down to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. They go back to Gordon here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and a couple. Block out quickly to Jeudy. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun snap to Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
26 yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Locked in to hand it off here to Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. The ball carrier. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. No, CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hand.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Complete.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Lindsey. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon.
25.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Block working out of the gun. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Broncos.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Block now on first down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd down.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Catch is made by Hurd. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Hurd. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Lindsey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Niners, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.